Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Hello and welcome to the late Apex. Today we are covering everything that has happened in the world of sim racing in the past 7 days, including updates to Le Mans Ultimate with the V1.0 release coming very, very soon in the next few days. We're going to be reviewing the controversial iRacing Spa 24. We're going to be looking at Assetto Corsa Evo, the establishment of iRacing Studios, and, as the title suggests as well, some Project Motor Racing news when it comes to their updates coming in the next couple of years. We are here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, and alongside me is David Sampson. And David, this is slightly unusual for us because, well, it's your friend of mine. It's Friday.
It is. We had a period of Friday podcasts, right?
A long period, yeah.
A long period.
We've gradually moved earlier and earlier in the week, but back before your times, BD before David, we had Saturdays, and then we had Fridays for a long time, and then we've moved to Thursdays because it's nice to have the weekend free. You're more likely to be doing stuff on the Friday.
I think Saturday was on the cards, but just due to my budgetary requirements, it just financially didn't work out.
Yeah, because you know that'd be double of what you currently pay.
At least
that would be an extra 20 grand per day, wouldn't it?
Correct. I didn't know you were aware of my contract.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm on a similar amount, so I just assumed that we're on the same, right?
I always assumed it as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, welcome to everyone who's tuning in, and apologies for the confusion if there is any confusion, but it is Friday, and let's talk about. Let's go in order of our notes. Shall we talk about Le Mans Ultimates first, and some previews to the full release coming in a few days?
Yeah, so ultimately they're talking about the version 1.0. They've covered it in a YouTube video. We've talked about it lots. It's not like this snuck up on us, but just covering. I'm not sure if we knew about the BMW update, the Evo. No, we say Evo for this, don't we?
As Assetto Corsa Evo confused us.
It's broken me now, yeah. So the BMW GT3 is getting an update. We're getting the Merc GT3. We knew about the Aston GTP coming. And, I mean, it feels like every patch and every update has a tyre revision. But this is... They are saying they went the right direction, but some areas they went a little too far.
Sure.
So they're looking at just fixing that, making the game wasn't meant to be as edgy as it is currently for the GT3 drivers. It was crazy. It feels like it was almost, I think it was the same day the LMGT3 LMU tyre model dropped and the GT3 iRacing very anticipated one dropped, and they both went in the direction of each other.
Sure.
iRacing got rid of all the tyre temp spiking, LMU were adding temp spiking to stop the over slip angle abuse. So it was quite amusing, and it looks like they both agree somewhere in the middle is the sweet spot.
We have a 1.0 video which we can have a look at, hopefully. Oh no, maybe it's that one. Oh no, sorry. Maybe we can't have a look at a video right now.
Let me try. Hold on. Try my screen. Hold on 1 second.
But yeah, also, yeah, talked about as well. Well, also they've been previewing Silverstone as well, which is very positive because, of course, ELMS has been licensed for Le Mans Ultimate, and so that gives them access to Silverstone and Paul Ricard, and I think maybe Barcelona and a couple of other circuits as well, which they have now access to.
Damn.
If you give me 1 second, I might be able to fix this, and you can the viewers can look at your pretty face.
Thank you. Yeah, zoom in really close. No, please don't. But no, Silverstone's a great addition. I think lots of people have been calling for that track. It's a track that just seemed obvious for me to add. I really do think we should add the tracks WEC has been to in the past. We don't even have to call them the legacy tracks, just tracks that suit the circuit. Hey Martin, right in saying that the BMW was completely unknown. I think that was quite literally snuck in the latest update. But to complement the very large field of LM GT3s that they're building. But once Sam is back, we're going to show you the 1.0 video update and a lap of the Aston GTP, which I think was really smart for them to add. And it's going to be added for free. I think they're mentioned in the video, they're rebasing their packages on Steam. Welcome back. And that's going to include the Aston Martin GTP being added as a free car.
Let's have a look at the video.
Bam.
Another video on the past, present and future of Le Mans Ultimate. As I mentioned in the videos last month,
just a 5-minute video, this one, which is a little bit shorter than some of the others, so there's a little bit less to chat through.
Or our company, but we're pleased to have made it here thanks to your provider.
I'm impressed that they've got this.
This is the grown-up, more mature June release, but with some special new toys. The Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR
good.
LM8.
It's going to be free.
Mercedes AMG LMGT3.
That's a strong move.
Game free of charge.
Yeah, and the Merc for free.
The incredible noise of that V12 engine in the Valkyrie will impress you both on board, behind the wheel.
The numbers are still doing so well. Oh, that does sound good, doesn't it?
Mercedes, with its slick look, is a fan favourite in GT3 racing across the globe and has been lovingly recreated in Le Mans Ultimate in never before seen detail. We didn't mention it before.
Yeah, so this got snuck in.
Time to squeeze in the BMW M3 EVO LMGT3 as used.
Not that I see much of a difference. Sure. But still, we want realism.
In the 2024 Pack 3, we've updated this model for the 2025
Yeah, no, that's good.
With its brand new head and tail condensed and ready to get you back out.
This is very welcomed. I've always found in the setup page you've got 3 pages you had to go between. Now they've merged it into one.
With the BMW M Hybrid LMDH, the McLaren 720.
Yeah, this is them refactoring the store.
Mustang LMGT3 are both in the base game now to make things a little clearer. Also, we've created a new bundle, the WEC Full Access Bundle, which is set up to be an easy path into all of the content we've launched so far. And if you don't have all of the 2024 packs, you'll be given a discount to complete the set. As we announced in June, the development team is still hard at work on Le Mans Ultimate.
Yeah, I think that's about everything.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, they have worked tirelessly. The amount of patches they put out, he did admit in the video they completely dropped the ball when they put out... Well, he didn't word it in such a way. He sold it in like how much of an overhaul it was to introduce team racing and everything. And obviously things did go wrong. But they patched it hard. They patched it fast. We do have a lap in the Aston that's worth listening to. This is probably one of the most hyped cars in sim racing at the moment, and LMU adding it for free was just a really good move.
Ozfrog in chat asking, did that BMW have the Ben sticker on the side? I'm not sure if it was the Ben, but it was a very similar logo, wasn't it? And
yeah,
you're probably right. Good that if the bend doesn't have anything, it has got recognisable marketing, seemingly. A lot of steering luck.
Yeah, he kind of missed the apex a little bit there. Whoa. This scan of Silverstone's definitely better than the one we're used to.
Oh, so much better. Yeah, yeah.
God. I almost thought it wasn't going to turn in at one point there. I don't think this is the fastest lap in the universe we're witnessing.
Well, yeah, I certainly know I'm adding a bit more rake to that when I'm going in.
Maybe apexing a little earlier. Or, sorry, apexing.
Sure.
These near misses. Yeah, it sounds great though. And another good addition. At the moment, they're knocking it out of the park. They closed in on all the 2024 content. Securing Silverstone, I think, was a brilliant move. ELMS is LMP3s. They just need to keep doing this.
Yeah, got a couple of images of the Silverstone scan off that they've got. Nice detail for some of them. Have you seen this? Do you recognise this?
No.
So, did you watch the British Grand Prix?
Yeah.
So I noticed it, I think, about halfway through the British Grand Prix, that they've got this company called Escapade, which I think is like a company which like set up units, like luxury housing units next to sporting events, I think. And so on the entry to Maggots and Beckett's, you got like this row of like properties, like lodges.
How much?
So that's the question. So it
obviously
changes.
we'll go halves. We'll go halves to save money.
It changes depending. So that's the view that you get. So that's around where it is, and it changes like the weekend that you book it for. I'm not sure. I had a look at it a couple of weeks ago.
Do you think like 300 quid or more?
I think for a normal weekend, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but if there's a race on.
But I think, let's see if we can.
They could literally handle it via bidding, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Because it's. Yeah, that it can't be anything.
What are we getting? We're getting a room only from £129 per night.
You have to bear with us. Me and Sam are booking a holiday.
So this is so you have to specify like a specific date. That's the thing. So.
Yeah, we want Silverstone 2026.
Look now. But do you know when that is?
No. Can we get breakfast though as well included?
Well, that might be an extra 30 quid, which might just push it out of our budget, unfortunately.
No, I've never
this
seen
is
them.
different to what? Oh no, what? No, it's saying if we book today, if we want to go there today, it's only 200 quid.
Brilliant. It'd be
don't
quite
know what's
quiet
on.
though. No, just a runway.
There must be something on, right?
Amato. No.
So yeah, I know. I can't decide whether it looks quite cool, and I love how Silverstone's almost like an arena with the way that there's stuff on the side of the track all the way around, and that very much fills a bit of a gap. But yeah, for F1 weekend, it will be
ridiculous.
10,000 per.
I say it should just be handled by bidding. Highest bidder wins, because how can you
There's
put a
not
price on
many of
something?
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, there's a few. So you got some which like are on the neck by the circuit, but it's a whole sort of estate type thing. So, but I saw some of them as like a swimming pool, like it's really like fancy living. But then imagine having the spectators below you as you watch from the balcony. At that point, I'd be ashamed at that point.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'd be wearing a robe, mate.
Sure.
And a crown.
Could you just duck down, please? Sorry, guys. So I'm just trying to listen to the
quiet.
Sorry. Just I have paid £8,000 to stay here tonight. So if you could just
stop all the rabble. Yes. Yeah. So Le Mans, it's days away, right? Not long to wait till launch.
No.
Now then, I'm excited to hear about console. Do we know their console plan? We don't know their date. I think he said next year, didn't he? Not this year. I think that's all we know.
Not this year. Well, I think I said before, I don't think it's ever going to come to a console, right? Unless
I think
or maybe for a couple of years, and I don't think it'll ever be maybe cross-compat. I think we'll basically have what ACC had, where it takes a few years or a couple of years, gets to console, but it's a bit naff once it gets there and it's not.
Let's see. The Pimax deal might have given them the fire, the ability they needed to. It can be done. It's just, do they have the minerals? Can they last that long? Like, spend that much time on something that's, you know, quite far away. So, I'm excited. 1.0, full release. I so when Spa was happening, like the week of Spa, i.e. the officials, and then obviously prep for Spa 24, I saw plenty of instances where LMU GT3s was getting 33 to 40 splits.
Sure.
On Spa week, and the officials were GT3s at Spa. Not IMSA, GT3s at Spa week. And LMU was getting 33 to 40 splits for Le Mans. Insane. Insane. And that's without crossplay. Lots of chat. Ben in chat. If they could get the global GT3 series, it would open up a lot of possibility for circuits. Yeah, I think obviously one license at a time. They've just got ELMS, which gives them LMP3, Silverstone, what other track?
Like Paul Ricard's.
Paul Ricard and
Red Bull Ring.
Yeah. And then we assume ALMS. What's the other series?
What is ALMS?
I'm trying to remember the series they should go for. Bear with me.
Asian Le Mans, so yeah. So yeah, they could probably go for that. I guess that's all under ACO, isn't it? Karamadai in chat. By the way, Karamadai, the reason, and I'm just doing some ARL contact support at the moment. You're not part of your extreme scoring team, Karamadai, so that's why you can't upload a paint. But your drivers will be able to, so hopefully that's useful.
I mean, they can go for an IMSA license. It's there. It's free. Not free. Sorry. It's open.
Yeah. It's not exclusive.
Correct. It is expensive. There are a lot of tracks. You can't half-ass a license. And it will create more diversion. Right now, they need to scale with their user base, and that's probably their strength right now. They have limited tracks, limited cars, limited series, but enough people that's the busy as hell. I wouldn't want them to go straight iRacing where, you know, I saw more splits in LMU for GT3 Le Mans than GT3 Spa 24 week in iRacing. Obviously, it's not apples to apples because obviously iRacing has thousands of series running that week, but that's also a weakness. LMU is, if you get into your skill match, like if you race a lot and you get your skill determined, the split you're in is very accurate on LMU. Whereas in iRacing, if you're good, you're top split. So yeah, I think they are going to add licenses.
Traction in chat, probably Thomas. Welcome. Talking about the Ligier Cup with 2 classes, which is also run by the ACA. So yeah, that would very much make sense as well.
Yeah, 100%. But they probably do need to calm it down with the GTEs. Let that. It served its purpose as a stopgap while they were like, oh, we haven't got any ABS source code.
Sure.
We're sort of run with GTE a little bit longer than planned, and now they've got it. I don't think they... there's a good comment in chat. Where is it? Are we not tired of GT3? It's a really good question, but it looks like no.
No.
Every sim. It's always the most popular. Yeah, I get it. I would wish GTE was the era that stayed. No ABS. A little bit more downforce.
Yeah.
A little bit better weight distribution, but no, we're left with these heavy lock-in, heavy understeery things. But it is what it is. But the people are proving it's not. They're not tired.
Yeah.
Or is more, apparently.
Well, talking of GT3s, shall we move on to iRacing Spa 24?
Yes. Which part?
Well, let's talk about the finish first, which was remarkable.
Oh, it was brilliant.
I mean, we've had it a couple of times in iRacing in the past, 24-hour races, coming down to a photo finish, which, as far as I'm aware, never happens in real life. And I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 examples, but like it's so rare. With iRacing, it happens like once a year. But this one is particularly good because Luke, of course, we're a big supporter of, former Apex driver, going against Chris Lullum, who I used to kart against as well. And yeah, they went alongside in the final corner.
It was a nice switchback opportunity by Luke here to fight it back, but Lullum opening it up to take that off track gave him it. Had Lullum not taken that off track, I think Luke's got it.
Yeah.
But you know what that also means? Lullum just won Spa 24 IRO in his class and top split iRacing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's obviously an accurate sim. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, when's Max going to be able to manage that, you know?
Yeah, stacking a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only one category of racing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Formula 1.
Well, I mean, he just set the fastest lap ever at Nürburgring. But
yeah, but that was not in a race, so it's just hot lapping.
Sure, yeah.
It's different. He'll learn.
There was also drama in Split 22. I don't know too much about this. I did see it was getting a lot of views. I'm not sure who did it. Was it Dave Cam, I think, who did the video?
Ollie boosted.
Oh, was it? Okay. Maybe a few of them did.
I decided not to. I don't like... Nah, it's just not my scene, this.
Sure. You like to be the cause of the drama, not the one who's talking about it. So
see? Yeah. So, yes. It's up to you about naming names. The names are super public now, and even on the team statement will show their names are on. But yeah, let's get into it. So during Spa 24, the team name 00R0 Motorsport caused significant, might be the word, disruptions. It was insane. I watched while everything was happening, everything, people were sending me replays from within their perspective and everything that was happening to them. It was insane, absolutely insane. They were driving around, not letting people past, acting really strange. If a car got past, he would dive them and force them off the track. When he saw, like, even coming, let's give an example, coming up to the pit road, he'd turn to the pit and park it to stop people pitting. And then when people turn left, he would dart it left and dive them into one. Caused a lot of wrecks. Everyone who went side by side of him either died. So fast forward, this was like, I think this was about 8 hours into the race, and they picked up a lot of damage, as you can imagine. Quite a few incident points. They picked up a black flag, which they subsequently ignored while they were busy parking it at the last corner and weave in to stop anyone. One of their drivers did come on the radio and say, and I quote, "I'm not doing anything wrong."
Sure.
Okay, so it gets worse. It wasn't like one team member and the other team members are asleep. What I couldn't believe from the footage that I got sent, because I'm like, oh yeah, this kid this is awful. He pits, good pit stop, you know, practiced. Someone else gets in the car and they resume the strategy of causing mayhem. And this is the bit I couldn't believe and doesn't get talked about enough, because the team did respond. Now, I'm going to use the word team. I think it was their first ever Instagram post. And it was later revealed that the driver, who is at the center of all this, owns the account. So he wrote it as very like, I run an F1 team, blah, 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 per our drivers. He was wording it all fancy schmancy like he owns Mercedes, but he wrote it. And I do sense the rest of it was ChatGPT as well.
Yeah.
I say I don't really want to name names, but he is claiming that someone logged into his account. He did 2 stints, and then someone else logged into his account and drove and caused this mayhem. Then obviously that person boxed, as you do if you're stealing someone's account, you box for another driver. Yeah. Driver swap. Oh, you've got to be fair.
Yeah, there's limits.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
like,
limits.
You don't want to push it too far. Like, yeah, I've stolen your account, but
I need to take a break, guys. Oh, so I'm the hacker, by the way. Yeah. I need to take a break, and I'm going to have a nap.
Tow. Yeah. I don't want to cost you 3 minutes.
Yeah, so someone else jumped in, and they caused absolute mayhem. So obviously iRacing weren't made aware of anything. There was some confusion. People did think iRacing intervened because they were DQ'd, and there were pictures being shared of them having the disqualification flag. But obviously that was due to one of their drivers accidentally killing 20 people and forgetting that you have to serve that drive-through for that many incident points. It's a shame, because had they known, they could have just done the drive-through and resumed their strategy.
You don't know what's going to happen there. It's all to play for at that point. Like you don't know. So
Yeah, as I say. Now, the other side of this, unfortunately, that iRacing have taken action. Now, obviously, to be clear, we don't know. They're not going to share. The only way we'd ever find out is when the drivers start driving again. If they ever drive again, then we'll know the severity of the penalty. That's the way it has been, always will be. But iRacing did address the allegations of the bulliness. I mean, there were comments, as you can imagine, all over the internet. I don't want to repeat them because they're bad, but as you can imagine, it brought out the worst in people. I made this clear in my Discord that it almost went further than what they did. What they did in the context of iRacing is up there. Like, it'll be in top 5 all time. But what the sim racing community did back in response is worse than the top 5 combined. That's what people need to realize.
Sure.
The bullying, the hateful, the threats, that's not a word I like using, was, I mean, it's ridiculous. 90% of the people doing the threats, you don't sim race, do you?
sure.
You don't play iRacing. You weren't in Split 22. What, because you've raced 4 Mazda races, now you threaten some kid because he ruined someone else's. Insane.
Yeah.
So the statement. Do you want to look at the statement?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go. He didn't write this, I promise. Let's read it. We'd like to sincerely apologise for the team's behaviour during the 24-hour Spa iRacing event where our drivers Ethan, James and Zach were in attendance. That doesn't sound attractive to me at all. We fully understand the frustration. Do you? And take full responsibility. Oh, that's nice. Take full responsibility for the situation. It was not acceptable to disrupt others' drivers or act in an erratic manner that affected many participants. The behaviour display was unprofessional and completely unacceptable. There is no place for... Yeah, okay, mate. Again, you're not Mercedes. We would like to clarify that the case of Zach, he was not the driver logged into his account at the time of the incident. His account was accessed without authorization after he mistakenly shared it. Without authorization after he mistakenly shared his iRacing log, call it.
That's weird to mistakenly share your... I don't know how you do that. Here's my email and here's my password for iRacing. Oops.
But use the term without authorization. You are not authorized to use these details.
No, but it seems like he's mistakenly shared his... Because obviously you'd think, oh, my mate just wants to have a go on iRacing, just wants to do some laps.
Yeah.
But it seems like he's mistakenly shared his account details, which is, I don't know how you do.
So the funniest thing is this sentence here. Zach has taken full accountability for this and is being dealt with accordingly. Zach is the manager of 00R0 Motorsport. And I'm positive he wrote this.
Sure.
The experience has been a serious wake-up call. Wait, the experience has been a serious wake-up call for the teams and drivers and a great...
They're missing a comma.
Yeah, and Dell has... I don't understand.
That's the big problem here, is the lacking comma.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we should be focusing on.
Then obviously they end with their only correct point about the bullying and threats and stuff. But yeah, I mean, again, this wasn't the best way of handling it. The best way of handling it would be, I'm an arse and I apologise.
Yeah, my brain's not fully formed yet.
Yeah, no, just, we didn't think about it. We were being stupid. We were having fun. We'll take the L on the ban and good luck to everyone else. Like, This is insane. What do you expect everyone to be like? All right, go on.
Yeah. I mean, always statements like that are always a bit rubbish, right? We sort of live in a, I guess, there's so many apologies that people put out that's sort of how we imagine you're meant to, whenever you do something wrong, that's what you're meant to do.
Agreed. He's gone so corporate with it when it is just 3 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, your team, this is your first ever Instagram post. You're not a team.
Yeah.
Like...
But it's a good argument for media training, right? In terms of, like, because, of course, these guys are linked to real life.
I love they dated it. Sorry, they...
Oh, sorry, I'll
okay,
back up.
The date at the bottom is obviously because when they file their next apology, you'll be able to ascertain which apology you're looking at.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you don't want to get confused. So, yeah, I say I hate... yeah, there's a reason why I didn't make a video on this. I don't. I never like to rile up people with hate towards somebody. That's just not right. But when they come back to iRacing, because it's being watched, there's I know. I have a Discord with thousands. It's being watched.
6 days after, right?
No, it's being watched.
I think if they came back in a month, no one would notice.
It will be pinged immediately by bots.
Sure.
Yeah, they're on watch lists now, and it needs to be a life. It needs to. I don't know. Yes, it needs to be a lifetime ban. It can't be shorter.
I'd maybe give a 1 year.
The problem with a year is you go to
nights.
Spa next year.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. I mean, obviously, if you make the same mistake again,
Mistake. They accidentally spent hours.
But, I don't know. Maybe to be fair, if they were an adult, yeah, I would say lifetime ban. But I mean, teenagers are dumb, right? So
yeah,
I feel like you can sort of get like an hour into that and be like, oh, actually, no, this is bad what I'm doing. Okay, I shouldn't be doing that.
But I don't think they realise the ramification.
No.
Yeah, hundreds of people put tens of thousands of people put hundreds of hours in, take days off work, fly places, buy things, and then to have these carters do this is awful. It was awful to watch them. I have to send you a video after. Like, just some of the footage, I just couldn't believe it. It was lap after lap after lap. I mean, I will be holding lessons soon on how to kill people with netcode.
Sure.
There's Blanchemont. Just keep doing it lap after lap. Soon he'll turn and you're like, oh, you didn't touch me. Oh, netcode.
Yeah.
And you say that, and then that's it. That's what I have known people to do.
Yeah.
I would never. Yeah. I mean, they should have been that guy ages ago. Not that I condone do it in such a way that I explained.
Sure.
As long as they don't touch your car, then it's netcode.
Yeah.
Didn't touch us. But yeah, the Redline finish was amazing. All right, last Spa drama. And this one, I'm in. iRacing forgot to save. No, I'm oversimplifying, but essentially, they forgot to save all the splits.
Yeah.
Some of the splits don't have results. I never did Spa 24.
What split were you in?
4. And it's just, there was no split 4.
Sure.
Lots of the splits just server blah, 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 iRacing blah, 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 not saved.
I mean, I guess once at that point, like, they really have no data, so I don't know how they sort of source the information at that point. Because, I mean, like, for example, when iRacing downtime happens, if your session ends, say, even if it's like an hour before the downtime, often it won't actually save the results. And at that point, the results are gone. Like, there's no way of retrieving that. You can ask iRacing, but they're like, well, that doesn't exist. So I don't know how they get that, because I guess in your split, unless they can sort of put together like the streaming stuff, because that's all you can do when we've had it in the past. Is you'd watch back the broadcast.
I've heard they are I heard this third hand though, so don't take this as fact, but they are going to go through, because obviously the servers were fine. There are replays out there of the 24, like saved with the iRacing RPT. So apparently they are going to, in a way, just get the results published. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense, to be fair, to get the RPY.
No, obviously, just like a bank, if there's a mistake, they still took your iRating and SR. That worked.
Sure. Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's faultless. It's like dealing with a bank.
Sure.
Well, we didn't receive your money to pay that fine, so we fined you again. It's like, but I sent it. Oh, well.
Sure.
Now your bank's got even less in because we fined you again. Same. Yeah, we unfortunately didn't finish Spa 24. One of our drivers got disconnected in perfect conditions. He was streaming. His signal was perfect. I had him in Discord voice. Voice was perfect. No quality issues. No ping issues. Bam, he just disappears from the track. And in a weirdest way, iRacing were just like, there's no driver in the car. No packet loss, no tow ability. We're just stuck. So he closes the sim after about a minute. Obviously, for people wondering why he didn't just close the sim, we're hoping he comes back in. Hoping. Yep. So he leaves the sim. We finally get packet loss. And then it was a minute tow. So we lost so much time. decided to carry on because, yeah, I mean, we were a split 3 team. One of our drivers was quite low iRating, so we were in split 4. So we'd like, 2 minutes down, in 10 hours, we'll have that back. One of our drivers just come from practice, doing some night practice, everything's working, jumps in the car, heads out of pit road, stays on the pit limiter, can't take the pit limiter off. Just wouldn't turn off. He's button mashing.
Well, is it a hardware thing where the button's not activating? Or
He didn't know. He's never had this problem before. And when he left, you know, we exited the session, he jumped into a practice session, it was working. So we don't know.
And this is like, can you set buttons specific to certain cars or something? I guess he's playing the same car anyway.
Yeah. He'd done officials and practice, and the reason we didn't continue from that was not only did we lose a lot of time on the way out of pit road, it was a 3.5 minute tow, and we were on the comeback trail, but now we're now 5 minutes and too long left in the race for 5.5 minutes to worry about. So that was a shame. But yeah, I didn't hear like widespread issues of anyone having similar issues. So it does look like we just had 2 isolated hardware failures. No crashes, no scratches, 2 hardware crashes. Sure. Insane. But top split looked really competitive, I might add.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the Apex teams, actually 3/10 off pole in qualifying. The Spot 24 was Q26, I think, 24. Sure. Insane. The level now, the amount of good drivers that are fielding teams now is getting, it's just huge now. Absolutely huge. So great to see.
Moving on to, well, let's sort of still talk about iRacing briefly, because iRacing Studios is now a thing. And it is a new umbrella for iRacing's expanding sort of platforms with, of course, NASCAR 25, the World of Outlaws games, Exocross, iRacing as well. We can show you the website.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the quote, but I took this as basically a Monster Games, finally a rebrand of the confusion between Monster Games and iRacing starting to dabble outside of, you know, iRacing.com being the publisher of EVO. Like, so this is a centralized place now. They are a game development company that doesn't just do iRacing. I.e., they're going after that sweet, sweet console money.
Yes.
If you go to All Games in the top right, yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm looking forward to the iRacing launcher where you have to download it to play these games. No, I'm joking. I hate that. Everyone's got a launcher nowadays. Yeah, so, I mean, there's not a lot to tell on that. Just a change of, what's the word?
Branding? Marketing?
Yeah. But it does feel like maybe they, you know, because they spent a lot on Monster Games. They've done the rebrand. I wonder if there's something they're cooking. We know iRacing Arcade, in quotation marks, is on the horizon. They mentioned it, I think it was about a year ago to today.
Yeah.
Which might be timing. Using the team that made Circuit Superstars. Now, I am hyped. If we get a full iRacing licensed, all the cars, not all of them, but iRacing licensed cars and tracks in a mobile-friendly game, and there's iRating and competitive online rate. I mean, it's just me. I'll never leave the couch.
Yeah.
I'll redesign
Never leave your bed?
Technically, yeah. No, because I might get lower backache. I think the sofa's better for me.
Oh,
for
if you're
long
just
no,
that all day.
I can't hold the iPad all day long. It's heavy.
Oh, but you can get a stand.
Ooh.
And then just...
Okay. No, I think I want to... No, I think I want to keep that racing feel.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I might even turn on the gyro to like...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. No, let's see. iRacing, I'll go in from strength to strength, especially with the acquisitions with the NASCAR. Even their Exocross on console, it's good for them to start filling out that marketplace. They understand the PC marketplace so well, but the console is... I mean, it is a bit of a marketing black hole. You know, you need exposure in the console world.
Moving on to Assetto Corsa Evo, the BMW M3 E30 is coming.
Yeah, this is definitely worth showing a picture of what the car is. I added this just because I love this car. And obviously this is the one game in the universe where you're actually going to be playing in cars like this. Now, I love this car, always have. There we go. There were some sim photos. I just don't know where they were shared. Yeah, I can't remember, I'm afraid. It might have even been on their website. But yeah, really gorgeous recreations of the interior. It might just be on social media, to be fair.
Yeah, I think I might have it. There we go.
There we go. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think there's some interior pics that do it really justice. Yeah, look at that.
Do you know what track that is?
By just leaning over at your screen, I'd say like Imola.
It looks like Imola, right? But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe coming out of Villeneuve. Red Bull Ring, I think.
Look at that.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Yeah.
So what do you associate that car with? Like, did it race in like a touring car series, or is it?
I'm not sure. I grew up next to Brands Hatch, and classic cars, legacy cars, DTM, tons of racing, all took part where I grew up. We had like auto shops near us. Like I grew up near a racing friendly environment, and I just loved the M3s. Always have. And they don't make them like they used to. They're all smooth nowadays and aerodynamic and MPG. That was just looks.
Sure.
Looks.
Moving on to Project Motor Racing. A few bits about Project Motor Racing. So they have sort of accidentally revealed their roadmap when it comes to the next year and a half in terms of the DLCs that they're going to be releasing. And so I think we got an image of basically what was taken from like some online stores when it comes to that. So,
yes, I think someone got a picture of I think it was in the Xbox store, got this picture, posted it in their Discord and asked for validity, and it was verified.
Yeah. So we've got the Group 5 Revival pack, which is coming from the release. And then we've got the Japanese GT 500 pack,
Nice.
the GT Legends pack, the V8 Power pack, and the Endurance Racing expansion. And I think Le Mans has been confirmed to be part of that. So the that last one, Endurance Racing expansion, that is Q4 of 2026.
Yeah, so now we know a little bit more about their future plans, and it involves money.
Yes.
So, yeah, this isn't going to be cheap. This will be like the ACC business model, right?
Sure, yeah. And you can buy, I think, like a season pass, which I guess will get you all that stuff because it's meant to be released Q4 of this year. So I guess that will include.
Yeah, it usually gets you everything for that year, right?
Yeah. So that should cover all of those elements. So it might be worth paying the extra money just to get all that stuff covered.
I did do some. I mean, I shouldn't be. Yeah, I can say what I want. I did do some. I sent feelers out to get the game.
Sure.
So I want it. That's what I said.
Okay.
I see in that many words.
Yeah.
I want.
Sure. Please give it to me.
No, I didn't say please, because
It's
a sign
for
of weakness.
You
Yes.
should be asking me.
You should thank me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume your email got lost. You haven't pleaded for me to play the game yet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just excited to try it. I accept.
Yeah.
Here's my address. Yep. No, I'm excited for this. Let's just hope they nailed the fundamentals, right? Because they seem to have nailed the business model, the release, the marketing, the PlayStation license, the Xbox license, the Epic Games, the Steam. I mean, I can't name another sim title that nailed this on day one. I just hope they've got the other side right, because obviously LMU was all about, okay, we'll hit the ground running and we will just listen to the people, take the L's, fix the stuff they find. So I just hope they have that built in, not the we did it right and you lot are wrong. If you've got a bug, you're doing it wrong. If you've got a bug at the start, stop doing it that way. You know, I just hope they've got and it's fun to drive. Let's hope.
Sure.
If it's floaty and unpredictable and feels arcadey, then all of this business around it that's really well won't mean the same.
I think on the console market, because still, I think just the standards on console are fairly low with the lack of competition at the moment. But yeah, on certainly on PC, yeah, it will not do anything good if yeah, it's not somewhere near the quality of the other games. They also talked about their modding system, which I think we may have talked a little bit about before. It's very similar to sort of the system that Rensport have talked about, how they would open it up to the community to make mods, but it will be quality controlled by the actual developers.
What would ever be approved? Who has ever made a mod that isn't a car or track we don't have?
So fictional stuff. So that's
as long as
what
it's
they've
not
admitted, that would be all the tracks to begin with would be fictional stuff. They've sort of been. I'm not totally convinced by their car stuff where they've said, well, we're going to get an agreement with the manufacturer so we can make like several cars for that manufacturer rather than getting the licenses per car.
Good luck with that.
But I don't really understand that. I don't think that that's like a cheat code to get. Oh, we don't actually have to spend that much money. We can just spend.
Yeah, so if you make
by
them
just getting
and
all the Porsches.
Yeah.
You know? I don't really. I'm not sure if that's got legs necessarily.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, usually these companies have tight deals. Like, we're not stupid. If you want the latest Porsche and on the day they land, you also release Mission R. All these things that are played, we've seen it over and over again. Sure, yeah, we'll get you that license out. How's the Mission R development going? It's like, we don't want that. It's like, oh, well, there's other sims that want our car, so we'll reply to you in a couple of weeks, eh? It's the way the game is played. Please don't put the Mission R in again. Someone needs to stand up to Porsche. They will. The Mission R will be coming. I'm not leaking it. I'm just telling you it will. Porsche are just so much easier to work with if you put their cars in.
And is it the M2 BMW, which seems to be in a lot of stuff as well? It's free to iRacing. I feel like it's been added to a couple of other games as well.
True. I think it was doing the rounds, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Redline, shall we? Winning
again.
They've had a good time of it, haven't they?
Well, unless you're talking about Nord 24.
Unless we're talking about Nord 24. But they managed to win R1 at the weekend.
It was well deserved, wasn't it? Because that was.
Yeah, you can't luck into something like that.
No, that was insane. Yeah, go on, carry on. Sorry.
It came down. So they won $200,000, which is quite nice. And it came down to the 5th race at Daytona, really. So I was watching the report or reading the report from Thomas, who was in chat earlier on. And basically very evenly matched between Virtus, who of course have Derek McCormack, and Kevin Ellis Jr. was all their two main drivers. Kevin, of course, raced for Apex as well in R1, was a very quality driver and clearly has only continued to get better and better because they really pushed Redline all the way, but in the end, Redline's bare strength and depth was probably the thing that they needed. And they ended up winning ahead of Virtus, and then Vitality were third. Of course, Kawanda had a poor time, but I don't think I guess when we were covering this last week, I think Kawanda were probably in their decline. I think they'd been knocked down to the lower bracket.
Insane.
But they weren't able to really get back.
They looked so strong. They looked like they were going to be top 3, like locked in, like has to be. And they got knocked down to that, like that lower bracket. And everyone assumed that they were just going to step back up again. It's Kawanda. But, I mean, Virtus Pro, yes, they have Dara and Kev, obviously 2 very strong drivers, but they just, as a team, looked like the complete package. Vitality, it's easy to say their name and think, blah, blah, generic esports, but it's R8G at the core. And
who won the first team's title.
Yeah. And I followed this Rensport R1, ESL R1, blah, blah, from day one. I used to sit there watching them at the desk when I was here as well. R8G on the team front for team scoring points are pound for pound the best team. Sure, the Redlines and the Commanders know how to win races. That's obvious to everybody. But R8G know how to score points. They are so damn good at it. And that's ultimately how you get far in these competitions, is point scoring. So when it came down to, let's not forget, this event was all about the team. This was the team's championship, not a driver's championship at all in any way. I think we all forgot how good Vitality ended up being, because Coanda knew how to win races, but Vitality knew how to score points. And VP, so Virtus Pro, they looked brilliant. But Redline, they just looked like it looked like Virtus could get themselves into the position to win it, but it just always looked inevitable that Redline was going to fix it, and they did ultimately over and over again. So it was a really good battle. I was really impressed with the quality. And like I alluded to, that you said you cannot luck this. Yeah, it was an insane tournament.
Yeah, so just a little bit, really close for the first few races, but race 5, McCormack and Wrightfield collided. McCormack dropped back, and that was sort of the little boost that Redline needed. So congratulations to them. So a bit of a behind the scenes, of course. Later on, we've got Apex Racing League Endurance 2025.
Can't wait.
It starts at 6:30, so it might be worth buying pizza now, so that.
Oh, you're my man.
Yeah, ASAP.
But no, for anyone who didn't watch, who's not into Rensport, and I get it because that's all of you. The R1 finals were impressive because it's a teams championship. Who is commentating ARO Endurance? Every round will be commentated by Sam and myself. Every round. I believe every round.
That's the plan.
My deal was for it was a multi-million-pound 6-race deal.
Yeah, but if you miss a minute of one, you get paid. You pay us $1 million. So you better hope you don't get a cold or something.
How's the pizza ordering going?
It's going all right. I thought it was already in my basket because I had prepared this. But, oh no, I'm going to have to get my... Oh, no, it might be all right.
But do check out the R1. It was a good... so that's what I'm saying. The team element of it made it unique because drivers weren't after winning for themselves for some team race drivers championship. It was all about team points. So working together with your teammates, being manipulative on how you raced, racing slow sometimes would open up the strategy if one of your teammates is ahead of you, and you can open up that gap and ultimately score more points even if you drop back one. We did see some dramas. I suppose I can talk about the Mouse drama. They went home due to a penalty decision. So I'm not going to go into what I thought of the penalty or anything I know about it, but that's how close it came. We're talking a lot of money going through to the next round, and Mouse went out due to a penalty decision. But the driving that was going on at the time was nothing to do with going fast.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So this is where the team side is awkward because, that's why this incident was so high profile, because it was about going slow. How slow can I go? So I think stewarding on a team championship would be awfully difficult.
Sure.
I'm not even sure where to start because, in a drivers' championship, people are going as quick as they can in that direction. In a teams, sometimes you're like, oh, I can score more points, a lot more points for the team going slow.
Yeah.
So yes, you've got some videos for us. Awesome.
Yeah, just a couple. From Apex, just a couple of ARTV highlights over the past few days. We had a very good round at Mossport in Apex Racing League GT3 Trophy on Tuesday. And here is probably the best move of the day. But Abayo's got good speed. Involving actually one of Bogdan's drivers in chat.
Oh!
Did not help. Well, I think there was a bit of like, and they keep battling. Come on, guys, get through it.
Wow, side by side into the last corner.
Oh man! And Pallet managed to come out on top, so that was a very good move for him. But a lot of good battles at Mossport. The tyre wear at Mossport is insane. Drivers were struggling on tyres after half an hour on a set. They were really having a tough time there.
And obviously you don't want to take tyres anymore.
Well, they had to take left side tyres, even though you get cold tyres.
No.
They still took left side tyres. Hour long race, and you still take it at half an hour.
No, I would just rather cry.
Everyone took it. there wasn't one driver who didn't take left side tires.
Wow.
It was that bad, yeah.
Wow.
This is a bit of a mess.
one of the D2Ds
There's not a fantastic view of it on the live, but that was a big crash for Patton from second place. But then you'll see how this all originated, and unfortunately it's some teammates
What
bumping into one another.
hell?
From his teammate.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's take
Where was he?
the
Where was the
S64.
teammate going
Corby
though?
gets a good run
They're too
here,
wide, and he just
on the inside,
There you go.
and then you just see Peyton just
yeah,
maybe
really
broke a
strange.
little
Why
bit
doesn't this
early,
guy
but
slow, by the
still
way?
didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, he's in a front-wheel drive car.
Yeah,
I
but at
think
least
he's got-
press the look. He just
He's
He's
not
like,
actually
oh.
on the brake, is he? Why is
No.
he not on the brake?
I don't know. I accept my fate. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe panicked.
What type of pizza did you get today? That's what Camador is asking.
I have gone with it's controversial though. My wife thinks
Yeah, I was about to say it's controversial between you and your wife.
Yeah. I've gone with, I hate saying it because it's weird, a cheeseburger pizza.
Yep.
Gherkins, beef, American style cheese. So, yeah.
I went for, unfortunately, I can only really go for a veggie supreme, but I take out the sweet corn and put in garlic spread. Garlic spread is excellent. So
It is.
I recommend that one. That is everything, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty to talk about.
Hopefully, well, because we had 8 days worth of news. Next week,
Correct.
we're only going to have 6 days worth of news. So
Ouch.
maybe
Yeah, but we'll have
we've been...
LMU out and sim dramas. It
So
always is, every week.
hopefully Endurance is a good race, and then we'll have lots of clips as well to share from
What
that.
is going to be strange is in the new year when LMU is out for obviously 1.0, Project Most Racing's out, AC EVO are still pretending they're going to be out. Other
Rensport may or may not be out.
they're meant to be console and 1.0'd. That's insane. Imagine going from 0.0000 and promising 1.0
Sure.
this year. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Watch this space.
Yes. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure to check out Apex Racing League Endurance later on. It starts in an hour and a half. But for now, from myself and from David, we'll say goodbye and we'll see you back next time.